What's going on, you guys? Supreme King here, back with another video, and I just wanted to talk briefly about Kratos from God of War just as a character. For me, this is a really big character on PlayStation, probably the biggest. He came out of nowhere really late in the PS2 era, basically. I had pretty much played through PS2's games completely. Like I played through the ones that I wanted, and everybody else, I remember the hype for like the PS3 was upon us and everything. And then I found out about the original God of War. It was during God of War 2 is when I found out about God of War 1, and went back and played both of them, and it was amazing, right? I mean, let's face it, the new God of War 2018 till now is not the same as the original 3 games, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. They needed to evolve the character a little bit. If it was me, I would say I would prefer the first 3 games, the trilogy, especially the third game. The third game to me was just masterful. It was peak Kratos at the moment. Like, he was just a character in himself. Very brutal, very vicious, you know, and he didn't care what anybody think. And Kratos in 2018, seemed a little bit more older, a little bit more tired. He was just trying to hide and get away, and I get it. I understand it as a character progression, but it was just more like, it reminded me of Eminem in a way, where it's like, there's a lot of people who say they just want the old Eminem. You know, in real life, Eminem gets older, right? He grows up a little bit, he changes a little bit, and I have to look at Kratos the same way. It might not be exactly what I want, but he changed as a character overall. Now, yes, in real life, you know, it's different people creating the game or whatever, but it's still overall a masterful game. God of War 2018, the character is still very strong character on PlayStation. It's just, for me, I think if you've played God of War 2018 and you got towards the end, I mean, light spoilers here, but you realize that his character or his story is somewhat coming to an end. That's what they're alluding, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. You know, this game is going to probably do something like that, the God of War Ragnarok. I don't know if I'm ready to see that. Now, his son, Atreus, you know, I don't really like him that much. I'll be honest. I don't really like him that much. I don't know if anybody who's a God of War fan gonna admit that. I mean, he's just kind of there. He was extremely annoying. I get the feeling that they're gonna either do maybe a spin-off, or maybe he just takes over. I don't know how that works, but I can imagine to a degree there's gonna be some pushback on that, similar to Last of Us 2. There was a lot of pushback on Last of Us 2, and I feel like if they're going to do something like that, it's just going to be a little bit of a divide, you know? It's definitely a game I want to see the story, how it goes out, but I'm not really with the idea of Atreus overtaking Kratos. I know it will probably make a lot of sense if you look at what was happening with Zeus or even Ares, right? It's just, you know, history repeating itself. This is just mythology in its core, in a way. This is their take on it. It's just, I don't know if I really want to see it. It reminds me of, for anybody who's a wrestling fan, The Undertaker. If anybody remember how the streak was, the WrestleMania streak is just like one of those things where it's just like, it's never going to end, right? And then finally it does, and it's just like, you feel weird about it in the beginning, you know? Now, Brock Lesnar is definitely legit, but at the same time, it was just like, really? We ended his streak? We really ended his streak? Kratos is like the character on PlayStation. Like, there's plenty of people who were top PlayStation characters. For me, Kratos is right up there. Like, once I understood who he was, which is like, it was Kratos. I wasn't worried about Crash anymore. Wasn't worried about no Spyro. Wasn't worried about Jack and Dexter. All of them at that time frame. Maybe GTA. It was mainly GTA Vice City, you know? Like, in that time frame, when Kratos came on the scene, he was the guy. Like, the guy. Most mature game ever, right? And yeah, he's been watered down. His character's been watered down. Some stuff within the game that I thought was a little iffy, but overall it's still a very good series. It's just, I don't know if I'm ready to see his son take over. Maybe if they figure out a way. It seems weird too, because in other games, like light spoilers here, like, we've seen Kratos come back from the dead as well, right? We've seen him crawl right out of Hades. You had to play that out. I don't know how they would make it where this time he's really gone, you know? I don't know. Maybe that was a loophole there. We didn't really think about it too much. I don't know. If his son overtakes him, like, can he still come back? I don't know how I'm going with this video. I think that's good enough. I just think I am very excited for the new game. I can't wait to play it. It's probably going to be a day one buy for me. I have a few games that's like in my top 5. I might do a video on like what's my top 5 this year, or top 5 games I want to see come out. I probably am going to get that one day one. Kratos might be the only one on PlayStation side that would get me to spend the full 70 day one. Even though I did still enjoy God of War 3 more than God of War 2018 or God of War 4. Still a prominent character overall. Very good put together polished game. Can't wait to play the next one, man. But let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see Kratos go away? Do you think he's gonna go away? Do you think it's gonna be just a little bit smoke and mirrors and he's not going anywhere? Or maybe he just goes away for one game and they do a spin-off game for Atreus? Let me know what you think. Other than that, that's all I got here for you. Rocket Luncheon podcast every Sunday. Check us out then. And other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.